So you want to know how to get better at Warzone 2 and how you can clutch up tighter than a nun's purse strings. Well, in today's Warzone 2 tips and tricks video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that so you can be the one that brings your teammates to victory when all else has failed. Before we go too far into the video, I just want to remind you guys I'm currently engaged in a ridiculous slap bet whereby I have to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I know this seems ridiculous, but if you could just spare that half a second it takes to smash that subscribe button, me and my face would be eternally grateful. And in return, I promise to give you the best Warzone 2 tips and tricks, as well as uploading the result of the slap bet on New Year's Day. So the first thing that I want to talk to you about is how you can regain, how you can come back from the gulag, how even if you're the last one on your team, you can get enough money and enough resources back together so that you can come back and still win the game against all odds. And the most important thing and the most important resource I can give you guys is something that I came across on Twitter the other day, and it is a map of all of the caches and all of these loot spots around Al Mazrah. Now, in one of my videos I did the other day, I explained to you 2 spots where you can get these caches. However, there are a metric shit ton of these caches around the map, and each one of them is going to give you extremely valuable loot. Most of them are going to come with a 3 armor plate vest. A lot of them are going to come with kill streaks, primary weapons, and cash. So if you come back from the gulag and you land at a spot with a few of these, you can sort yourself out with a plate vest, enough money to get another teammate back, and get yourself back into the game as quickly as possible. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is when you haven't got any teammates left and you're in like a 1v2 or a 1v3 or a 1v4 situation. These sort of situations often arise at the worst time possible, and this will be in the end game or one of the final circles when there's not another buy station left in sight, so you have to clutch up and deal with it on your own. And these sorts of situations can be very intense and very, very difficult, especially when you've got 2 guns aiming at you and there's an incredibly short time to kill. So what you have to do is use your brain and every single utility you have at your disposal. Now, the very best tip that I can give you for this is actually by practicing when your squad is not online. When your squad is online, by all means hop into a game of trios or quads or duos and play with your squad mates. However, in those times when you're coming on and no one is online, so you hop into a solo, I believe that actually playing solos is going to be a detriment to your ability to clutch up in these situations, and the reasons are as follows. Solos play extremely different to any other game mode in this game. They're incredibly slow, they're very campy, and because no one has anyone watching them, people just lose all sorts of inhibitions and they just become little rat bastards. Little tiny rat bastards hiding in little toilets, nibbling on their little rat cheese, just being shitters. And if you could have £1 for every time you got shot in the back or shot from some dark corner, you would be a millionaire. So for this reason, I would seriously suggest playing either solo duos or solo trios. This might sound daunting, and yes, of course, it is going to be a lot harder to win. However, if you can master the solo duos and the solo trios, and you can learn how to approach gunfights when you are severely outnumbered, this is going to make you a much better player. Not only this, but it's going to give you the opportunity to learn how to approach situations when it's only you. You're not going to have to worry about other people's comms. You're not going to have to worry about giving callouts. Instead, you can just focus up and flow and concentrate on just getting these gunfights down. And what you'll notice is you'll learn how to use lots of different things, lots of different equipment. For example, the portable radar I have found to be absolutely invaluable, something that a lot of people might just never pick up. This is going to help you so much if you keep one in your back pocket for these tight, close-knit situations where you are outnumbered. By placing one down, you have essentially got another teammate who's pinging people for you, and you can see them in real time. And then coupling this with things like snapshot grenades or even flashes and stuns, and you'll be able to use these things to get a clear advantage over your enemies. And you can take down teams one enemy at a time, and then between killing each enemy, you'll be able to reposition and learn how enemies react to you. And this is going to help you to no end when it comes to being the sole survivor in a squads or a trios game, and you'll have your whole squad in your ear going absolutely mental when you manage to clutch up and get that victory when you were severely outnumbered and all of your mates died. So although it might seem like a bit of a weird tip to give, I'm seriously going to say to you guys, the best way that you are going to be able to learn how to clutch up and deal with the pressure of being the last one on your squad alive is just to hop into a game mode and put yourself at that disadvantage as often as possible. Every spare second you get to play this game, instead of going for solo wins, try and go for these solo duos or solo trios where you're putting yourself in these positions where you are actively learning how to deal with multiple enemies, and I promise you it's going to help you get better at this game to no end. Now, for those of you who have watched this channel for a while, you'll know that I love to see who sticks around until the end. So if you're still here, I'd like you to let me know by answering this question down in the comments. If your mum and your girlfriend swapped brains and the only way to swap them back was to sleep with either your mum with your girlfriend's brain or your girlfriend with your mum's brain, which one would you sleep with? Anyway, that's it from me today. I'm Average Joel. Peace.